everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you Convict cichlid care and breeding. So I have a sheet right up here that I taped to one of my fish tanks. You guys should, if you watch the other videos, you know where I'm filming. And I'll try and make this about like 15 minutes, 17 minutes tops, that long. And so before we get into the video, subscribe please and share it with at least 3 of your friends. Once we get 12 subscribers, I will get us a pearl gourami for a community tank. So yeah, so we just noticed that we have a 3-hour late start because it's kind of icy a little bit, and then now it snowed up in the hills a lot where my school was. And then like just an hour ago, it said that schools are closed because it snowed a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna film 1 or 2 videos today, and yeah. So so please like and subscribe, share it with at least 3 friends, please, guys. I'm really trying to get more subscribers. That'll make me want to do more videos a little bit. And so yeah. Okay, so convict cichlid care and breeding. I'm gonna cover that in a minute. Just make sure to subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay, guys, let's go. Okay, so first, I have convict cichlids, and I've had them for about almost a year now. Actually, yeah, a year. And yeah, they're pretty good fish. Actually, kind of one of my favorite a little bit. I bred them about 4 times. This is the 4th time. So you can see they're babies right now. I'm talking and I edit it. So I made a separate video that I'm showing you guys the little convict cichlid fry, and now I'm actually talking and I'm taking the audio of it and putting it on that. It's just special video editing. Anyway, and it should be working. So if it's not, you'll know why I'm. You'll see my face right now, or if it works, it'll be on that. Anyway, so the lifespan is about. It's about 8 to 10 years. As average pet, it is 5 to 8 years. Because some people might not feed them that much, or they might have dirty water. So, yeah, stick around because there's some very important things that will kill your fish. And it accidentally killed one of my convicts I recently got because I didn't know. Until now, I've done a lot of research. So that's the lifespan. The temperature is about 77 to 82 Fahrenheit, or 26 to 29 Celsius. Yeah, and then the pH, I don't really know what that is as much. It's like, I think I kind of know, but I searched this one up. And it said 66 to 78, and it said they're really hardy animals, or fish. They are pretty much animals. They're really hardy fish, so they could do that. Try and keep it in the middle of that. That would pretty much be about. Try and keep the pH at 6 point, I don't know, actually it's about 7. Try and keep it at maybe 6.5 or something like that. In the middle of 6.6 to 6.8, 7.8. Okay, and then 4 is the size, their size. So the female, they tend to be a little bit smaller, and they're about 4 inches, maybe 5, probably 3 when you get them. And then the male, or maybe 2 inches. The male you probably get him at 4 inches, probably 3 to 5 inches. You probably get them at. The males are usually 6 inches. Females are 4 inches. And the place to shop for these is the wet spot, but it's probably not near you, because the wet spot tropical fish is where I got the male convict. The female convict I got at PetSmart. Yeah, and the wet spot tropical fish is just aisles of fish tanks, nothing but fish tank stuff. Anyway, so yeah, and you could also shop at PetSmart, Petco. Those are anywhere. And then aggression, they are very aggressive. So there's probably like 7 tank mates. I'm only gonna cover a couple of them near the end of the video. And their cost is about $5 to $10. I think they're like $6 to $7 at PetSmart. And they have some female convict cichlids there, so you might need to go to a different store to get the male convict if you want to breed them. And then the tank setup is fresh. They're freshwater, and they like caves, and then sand if possible. I just use gravel because I couldn't use sand, but the shelled waters required sand, so I had to get sand for them. And so the tank size is about 20 gallons. If you search it up, it'll say about 30 gallons. I would say about 10 gallons per fish, and maybe 1 pair in 15 gallons. And I have 1 male and 1 female, a pair of convict cichlids in a 10 gallon. I do a lot of water changes, like once every week, and I also have a pretty good filter, and I put a sponge on it because that'll help. I use a hang-on back filter, but I put a sponge on the intake of it. And so these are the 3 things that I recommend for you to do if you really want to keep a pair of convict cichlids in a 10 gallon. Now, this is not really the best idea, but if you guys really want to, this is doable, and I've bred them 4 times. They seem to do okay. The male kind of gets a little bit too big for that tank a little bit. You'll see him here in a second. And then, but yeah, you could have them in a 10 gallon, but these are 3 things you need to do if you're going to do that. You have to have a pretty good filter, maybe a little bit better than mine. And then do 7 to 10 day water changes, and more activities, like more structures, and don't put too much stuff in the tank, and please, because they'll get bored. And the male convict got bored, so he hanged out under the heater. I don't know why. It might be because the temperature was too cold, but I don't know about that. It might have been that. I don't really know. He was just really depressed then. But now when the female's in here, he's really excited and happy. So, oh, he just went to the top and got some some floating shrimp. Anyway, I gotta hurry this up. Okay, so this is how to tell if they're male or female. The male is bigger, and the female is smaller. The male has a normal belly. Female has an oranger belly, and also the male has. I wrote it wrong. It says more color, and the female says less color. But I meant to say the female has more color, and the male has less color. And the guppies, that's pretty much opposite with the guppies. I think I know why. Yeah. So the pairing is this. Now, if you don't listen to this, your fish will die unless you have a 300 gallon. Yeah, 300 gallon. This might work, but I wouldn't really do it. So you want to have 1 male convict cichlid to 1 female. Don't listen to what they say at PetSmart. So even if because that's with guppies, you want to have more females than males, but that is wrong. You want to have more. Well, guppies are different. So you want to have 1 male to 1 female, because if there's 2 females and 1 male, the 1 male will pick the female they like, and then they will kill the other one. So that's a problem. Unless you have a 300 gallon, that might work. Do a lot of research on that. And I don't have that much experience because I've never had a tank that big. But my dad had a tank that was 225 gallon, maybe one a little bit bigger than that. At one point, it was a big show tank. He had haps and peacocks in it. Yeah, I recently just got Google Photos. It's really good. It stores photos in the cloud, and we have a lot of other photos when I was a little kid. And yeah, so I might show you some photos of my old fish tanks when I was a little kid. Sometime I might do a video on that soon, a little slideshow. I don't know, probably not. Actually, I could do a slideshow, but I just add like talking to a different video. Sorry, that was a car. It was loud. It's loud. Okay, so yeah, that's a pairing. You have one male to one female. So yeah, and then spawning. The female is usually pregnant for 10 to 15 days. 10 weeks after you get them, that's when it was pregnant. Like right next to its head, right under its gill plate, it'll be kind of fat, be round. That's when it's pregnant. That's usually it's 5 to 7 weeks after you get the fish. They breed a lot, and then they'll lay eggs. Yeah, they'll be pregnant for 10 to 15 days, and then they'll lay eggs. After, then the eggs will hatch in about 2 to 5 days, maybe 7 days. And then what they'll do is they'll be wiggling around and eating their egg sac, and then that's going to be for about 3 days. And then they'll eventually swim around, and the female will always protect them. And the male is usually bigger, and she tends to scare the male off. Tries to, and he swims off a little bit, because she doesn't really trust him, I think. And so and then they'll hatch in 2 to 5 days, and then they spawn every 4 to 5 weeks. They probably spawn 12 times in their life. I don't really know that far, but I've had these fish for about 10 or probably 11 months. Yeah, and I'm about to get rid of them and put some pistogramma in there, and I'll do like a trailer, like pretty much what I did for the Tanikan tank, but I only got multis, so I can't get the other fish. And so the tank mates for three tank mates for them would be Pictus catfish. Now I haven't really had them with them because I only have a 10 gallon. I don't want to put any more fish in that. And then pleco, you can probably keep with them. Try and keep these fish a little bit bigger, maybe. And then Jack Dempsey, I don't really know. I just searched these up because I didn't really know their tank mates. I know other fish tank mates, like I know guppy tank mates, like the back of my hand. I could name like 12 of them for you. And well, if I was really specific, I could probably name like 20 of them, because there's tons of different types of gouramis, tetras. There's tons of different types of tetras, like tons. And then, sorry, I'm getting off topic. And then, so the last thing I'm gonna let you guys know is species. Normal. The types of convicts is the normal black and white convict. That's why they're called convicts. They have those black and white stripes on them. And then there's the blue convict. I have not had the blue convict, and I haven't had the pink convict, and I haven't had the gold convict. So the three is the normal black and white convict, the blue convict, pink convict, gold convict, and yeah. So the only convict I've had was the normal black and white convict. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. And please subscribe, share it with at least 3 of your friends. I have another YouTube channel, Henley Aquatics Fishing, Henley Aquatic Fishing. And then you could subscribe to that if you want. It's my hat with a line of fish on it. It might have changed because I might change it. And then I do Henley Aquatics Peaceful. I have one video on there. And that's about me filming some of my fish tanks, adding peaceful music in it, and maybe some cool sound. And I'm not really going to talk at all. And about 90% of my videos on that channel, I'm not going to talk. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Please subscribe and maybe like the video if you want. And hit the bell button so you get notified. And share it with at least 3 of your friends. Bye. Have a good day.